We are at a restaurant where the chef here actually competed against Bobby Flay and beat him with a jerk steak that I hear is second to none.
That's where we realize the power of the food and the food business.
This is right. Nestled in the 914, Mount Vernon, New York, is a spot that's been marinating in culture, flavor, and good vibes for over 20 years. This isn't just food. This is Caribbean love. This is family. At the helm is acclaimed chef Nigel Spence, a culinary maestro blending traditional island roots with global sophistication. Right brings the heat, the heart, and the hospitality, all wrapped in an atmosphere that is as effortlessly cool as it is unmistakably Caribbean. Whether you're here for a casual lunch, a date night, or a gathering of friends, it's one ripe family. They've sold over 147,000 steaks, and I'm here to add one more to that number. But first, let's hear the story. Let's start with your culinary inspiration. How did you get into culinary? What was the inspiration to do that?
Inspiration for that. That's a old one. Me and my grandfather used to cook in the backyard quite often. And as much as we had the kitchen inside the whole night, my grandfather refused to cook in the kitchen. That's what the woman did. So we'd go outside and we'd build a fire, have a big pot. For the most part, I remember mostly curry goat. We used to rear goats in Kingston to our neighbors, not being very happy about that. And used to kill the goat, cut up the goat, and run a little boat around the back. And that was the beginning of my culinary experience.
So it wasn't a gas fire, I'm guessing.
Say again?
It wasn't a gas fire.
It was a coal fire. No, coal fire all the way.
The real way how curry goat's supposed to cook.
We don't know nothing about gas fire.
How did that start your journey? Where did that take you?
Boy, it got me interested in cooking. I can't say that was the moment where it was an aha moment that I was going to cook. But when I moved to New York and I was here and was in college and was kind of looking to make a money and think we always broke with you in college. So I decided to start this like a jerk thing on the street nearby a car wash where my friend used to work. And believe it or not, at that time, I'm not going to tell you the year because I'm going to age myself, right? But a lot of the Jamaicans who were here already never knew anything about jerk, believe it or not. Wow. That's how relatively new jerk was on the scene for Jamaica at the time. And so I started rub up a little jerk chicken thing and started doing it on the side. First day I come with like 2 or 3 chicken just to see what was going to happen. By about, that's like 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, we run like about 50, 100 chicken.
In less than a month?
In less than a month. Everybody hear about this thing word of mouth and it just became a vibe because where the car wash was like in a very industrial area.
Yeah.
And so not too many homes around. I had another friend that had a car that had some serious music inside. So it just turned into a vibe. And so we just started doing that thing. And before you know it, we had seriously more than over 1,000 people coming out to this place. And so that's where we realized the power of the food and the food business. And so I decided to take that a step further and I went to CIA, Culinary Institute of America, and kind of honed my skills there, and the rest is history, I guess, if you want to call it that. So here we are at Ripe.
You trained at CIA and you worked with Bobby Flay. How did those experiences shape your approach in the kitchen?
I think more than anything else, what culinary school does for you is it teaches you discipline. It teaches you, that is probably what is most lacking in this industry, in the food industry, where people don't make it, is because of lack of discipline about how to go about things, understanding also food costing, and those are the things that can make you sink or swim in the business. And I think that really helped me a lot. And meeting people like Bobby Flay, who his type of thing was very similar to Caribbean because he was doing Southwestern stuff, so it still had a lot of chili peppers and all of those things. So I naturally kind of gravitated towards him. Even though it was a little arrogant at the time, but I was
At the
okay
time.
with that. And but still, that didn't bother me. So I was able to work with him quite a bit, and I guess it was all right with me because they invited me to go to many different things with him. I was even able to go on a couple of the first on-location shoots with the Food Network, where we were on celebrity cruises, and we did quite a few of his shows on celebrity cruises. And it was a vibe, and I did learn a lot from him and learn the discipline of the business through him.
What inspired you to open Right, your restaurant that we're at now?
Well, I tell you, from the success that I had with the outdoor thing by the car wash, already made me know that I wanted to open my own restaurant. But I really wanted to, as your family always say, want a piece of paper to go along with it, you know what I mean? So that was part of the journey going to Culinary Institute, and after that working for the Food Network for quite some time, which is where I met Flay and quite a few of the other chefs. And from there, as I kept going and I felt that I had enough experience under my belt, I couldn't wait. And so I just started looking around for a location, and it just so happened to be right here in Mount Vernon, very close to where I grew up when I got to the US.
You went from curry goat in the backyard to jerk chicken in the parking lot.
Yes.
So what 3 words would best describe your cooking style?
3 words describe my cooking style. Off the cuff. I love to do things, again, as I say, it teaches you discipline, it teaches you to follow recipes, but I'm the first one to quickly veer off once you understand the basics. But that's important. It's important for you to get the foundation first, and then you just freestyle it, and that's me. I'm always trying to do crazy things.
What dish on the menu best represents your Jamaican roots?
It might strike you as strange because it's not the absolute most popular. It's one of the more popular appetizers, but my absolute best-selling dish is the jerk steak. But I would say that the one that inspires me the most and represents me is the plantain bowl, because I have always felt that with Jamaican cuisine, we're very familiar with plantain, we're very familiar with saltfish, but we tend to use it the very same way over and over again. And so I like to play with stuff to kind of, just create some kind of fun around it. And that's kind of what happened with the plantain bowl, where it just kind of created a new way to present plantains and saltfish in a little bit more of an elevated way and just a more fun and whimsical way. And I think people love it, and so it got very popular.
What's one dish that surprised you? Something that became a hit unexpectedly?
Well, we're back to the jerk steak.
It was the jerk steak.
It was the jerk steak.
I didn't expect that.
That was the one that was unexpected, because I can't say that I was focusing on that one to be the star of the show, but it just turned out to be so. I guess one of the reasons, I never thought about it at the time, but in Jamaica, we were not huge, steak people. We'd eat peppered steak and all of these things, but we weren't very much into these big cuts of steak.
Our steak tough.
Exactly, that too. And so, it was unusual for us to have this big slab of steak, and it was, very tender, seasoned very well. It had the familiar ingredients and taste that we like. And so for that reason, I think is what made it get very popular, because most Jamaicans weren't used to eating a whole slab of steak like that, and they actually ended up loving it.
It looks phenomenal, and it ended up even beating Bobby. So was that the humble pie that he got from you?
Bobby get 2 humble pie from me. But the steak, I can say, is the big one. Why? Because he really is known to be the grill guy.
Yeah.
And pretty much for steaks also, especially at the time. Now he does everything else. But at the time, he was kind of focused on grilling. So for me to have beat him at that time, at his own game, exactly what he does, was a big picture for me, and correct. To beat a little humble pie that he did.
So what else, you give us a part of, what's the story behind the steak though? How was that inspired that you became, all right, let's do a jerk steak? Typically, you jerk chicken, jerk pork, jerk steak.
Yes.
That is...
Well, first of all, let's just say that, we love to put jerk on just about every dish, every ingredient we can find. But I was a very pure, I was a purist when it came to steak. I was a salt and pepper guy for steak. And believe it or not, it was a mistake made by someone else in the kitchen that had put full jerk season on the steak and the whole nine. And I was very pissed because it was, a huge, expensive slab of steak. And I said, well, you know what? We're going to run that for our special tonight. And when we did, I just could not believe the response. And so I cannot take the credit for actually putting that one out on the menu and making it as big as it was. It was actually an oops moment in the kitchen that created this dish.
I guess some of the best moments in the kitchen are from our oops.
Yes.
What's one ingredient that you couldn't do without in the kitchen?
Scotch bonnet peppers.
Amen.
And I'll tell you why. Because a lot of people just say that casually, but I say it with a lot of enthusiasm because good Scotch bonnet pepper is actually a real seasoning. You know, a lot of people just use it for the heat. But if you get a really good Scotch bonnet pepper, which is very difficult to come by, you actually use it for the flavor too, which, many times I've had so many people bring me different Scotch bonnets from their garden, sometimes it's just not there. And if you get the right Scotch bonnet, it is the proper, if you have a good product to begin with, whether it's of the protein and the Scotch bonnet pepper, salt and pepper is almost all you need. You can use the Scotch bonnet as flavor. Yeah.
It can represent many different spices or seasonings.
And so that's my thing. Scotch bonnet is so versatile.
What would you want every guest to feel when they eat here at Ripe?
For me, the guest experience is not so much the food. I kind of know some have the food already. Listen, it's been a while. For me, it's the whole experience. Ripe is a reflection of me. It's a vibe. I think what I did was the whole concept of this place when I started was to bridge the gap between a white tablecloth place and a rum shop. You know, I kind of wanted to be in between all of that. Where it's sexy enough for it to be a date night for you to bring somebody out, but at the same time, you and your brethren them can come and sit down at the bar and kick back a few and still chill out and don't feel like you're rushed, don't feel like you can't say the wrong thing in the area. You know what I mean? That was my whole thing. It's the whole package together.
As you say, you have the food thing down, but how would you balance authenticity and innovation when creating new dishes?
Well, that is important. I don't know about authenticity anymore because, we as chefs sit down at table and we drink all night and talk about what is really authenticity anymore.
Oops moments.
You know what I mean? More importantly, I think it is just better for you to say that you're paying homage to the dish, but you can still do, as I said, whimsical things to it or play it out a slightly different way for it to be more fun and just a little bit more different for the clientele so that, they're always trying something new. And that's what I like to do. I keep the traditional things on the menu, but I also have specials that I also do that just kind of sometimes are a little bit out there.
What advice would you give to an up-and-coming chef?
Most importantly, be sure this is the business you want to be in. I'm sure you must have heard that a few times. And then beyond that, just stay true to yourself. I think it's the most important thing. Do not cut corners. That's where I see people go wrong most of the times, especially when you have issues with the economy and all of these things. People start doing crazy things in the kitchen and cut corners and just completely annihilate the product for what it was supposed to be. And there is a way to balance that out to still get a great product. And so I think it's most important to stay true to yourself, no matter what the situation may be going on around you. Stay true to yourself and try to always get fresh ingredients and don't cut corners.
I couldn't have said anything better. I think you have excellent advice and awesome story, and your food looks amazing. I can't wait to try it. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much.
Whether you're a born and bred island soul or just flavor curious, Ripe brings the taste of Jamaica and the entire Caribbean basin with no passport required. Just an appetite. Oh my God!
This is done for special events upstairs.
Oh my God! There is... Whoa!
This is what we do upstairs for special events.
Look at that. Look at... You can tell it's glass. Look at the glass. Oh. Wow. Woo! Look at the crackling. Listen to that.
In the
glass,
baby. Glass.
Glass. Look at that. Look at that shattering. It's shattering. Wow. Oh my God. Look how perfect.
Careful, you'll get caught.
I don't mind. I'll take a splinter from that. Wow.
You see what I tell you that they wash them hardcore with this shit?
No, the meat's so sweet that they're going to make honey from it.
This is the real deal, man.
This is
I love doing
spectacular.
because this was last minute, I didn't get it smoked, but it is still full of flavor.
I can tell. Look at the glass on it. Look at the crackling, just that light bubble, the sheen. This oh,
See it there, see it there.
whoa! Oh my God!
Yeah, man.
The ears.
Sexy little pig.
This little piggy is not going to market and it's not going home. Whoa!
That we use it and we make tacos.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that little belly sweller, which we call the flour.
Exactly.
We've been here for the jerk steak, but they just pulled out the most beautiful specimen I've seen on this entire trip. On this Jamaica's Independence Day, it's a suckling pig. The pig is beautiful. The complexion, you touch it and it just shatters. It's like glass. You touch it, it's just like dropping a glass and seeing just everything just shatters and creates that effect of how beautiful that skin is, that crackling skin, that beautiful hog. I can't wait to try that. I mean, I'm definitely waiting for that jerk steak, that jerk ribeye, but whew, did you see that? So this will be done in the winter?
It'll be done in the winter, yeah. We do it in the summer too, upstairs most of the time, but we like to do it in the winter for large groups, like a birthday party of 10, 12 people. And we do the tacos along with other things there, potatoes and all of these different things. So this is kind of what we're pushing for the winter.
I'm sorry, because this would be for me and plus me. That would be it.
Yeah, man, listen. As soon as you touch it, you know, say you're good.
It's done from the snout to the ears to the leg and thigh to the ribs, man. This looks amazing.
Let's jump in,
Looks
man.
amazing.
Let's jump in and see what's going on here.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. But yes, here's our
Look
glass.
at that. Oh my God.
Yeah, you just. This is how that goes. Come on.
Just tears
come
up.
on. Mm-hmm.
You can sit through it. You hear that crunch?
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna
That's
take
your
that. That's the chef's piece for to make sure everything is alright.
Mm-hmm. Let's check it out, man.
Listen to that crunch. Alright, I have to do the Jamaican style now, bigger piece.
I love it. Yeah, man. Here we are. Give some glass. Mind you cut yourself, you know.
I hope it's not too sharp, you know.
Mind you
Look
cut
at
yourself.
that though. No, seriously. Let's see if you can almost see through. Look at that. Favorite part.
I'm done after that.
What's the verdict? More.
The verdict is close the door. Don't let anybody know this is out here. And let me get started. Oh my God.
Warm.
It's crispy, it's flavorful. Have that crunch, that glass on it down, that perfectly smothered skin that just lifts off of it and creates that flavor barrier between that and the meat. It's simply amazing. It's excellent.
Yeah, man.
It's a surprise I didn't expect, and one my belly can't wait for.
Yeah. Man, for trip you up a little bit, you know what I mean?
Why you more than trip me up, me stumble on. I can't get up.
Yeah, man. So, look at that.
Rip it. And then rip it.
It's quite warm in there, buddy.
Yo, rip it up.
It's very warm in there.
And then rip it up.
Wow, look at the juice inside.
And then
Look
rip
at that,
it
look
up.
at that.
Look
Wow.
at that. Yeah, man.
Look at flavor.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you pull it right off.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Pull right off.
Whee.
Can I tell you, I don't want a taco. I just need the meat.
You want some rice and peas? You just want
I just want the meat.
have rice and peas and white rice?
I want meat. Rice and peas would be excellent, but that helps to fill the belly.
All right, let me see if I find the right place, right?
That look like the line that you almost got now. Shoulder.
I'm going to get you a leg.
I don't mind anywhere.
Wow.
Beggars camp. Wow, look at that. Listen to that.
There we go. Look at this thing. Oh, man. That's just a plate right there.
Oh my God.
That's just a plate by itself right there. Yes.
Oh wow.
This is where we need to get into.
Look at the seasoning that's down in here. right down into the bone. It's right into the bone.
All right, now you can smell it. There you go.
I think the camera smelling it more than me. It's fogging up.
Yeah, man. That's the right shot right there. Like when I go and give you a fake plate.
You can smell the seasoning now. Oh, they opened that up and all that seasoning smell. Look at that.
Ooh, look at this thing here, man. Yeah, forget a little crackling to go inside here with that. To top it off. Yeah, man. This is your makeshift plate right here. Wouldn't mind topping it off with a little bit of that. And that's a mouthful right
Look how
there.
beautiful that is. That looks like more than a mouthful. That's a bellyful waiting to happen.
There you go,
Thank
sir.
you, chef.
You're welcome.
Oh, it's warm.
Yeah, man.
There's glass. There's meat.
See
There's seasoning.
that.
That seasoning is ridiculous. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, we're going to scratch whatever Uncle Andy said.
Hold on. Him said,
This seasoning is ridiculous. There is a flavor in there. Remember what he said in his interview that Scotch bonnet is his favorite seasoning? It's in there, and you're tasting it. But you're not tasting the heat. You're getting a little bit of heat, but more of that flavor. And that flavor goes into more than just what we would say is a jerk sauce. It's more of a roast pig sauce that you put in. It has, I'm telling you, there's green seasoning in there, and that Scotch bonnet just coats it and give it that perfect heat. You're going to have this in the winter, you're going to need that Scotch bonnet in there. You're going to need that heat to warm you up anytime you get it. And believe me, it is there and it's flavorful. Don't be scared of heat. Don't be scared to try it. It's the start for me. This is the crackling right here. So it's like it marinate for the last week. The pickled carrot and
Andy,
onion.
you're not listening.
When that goes on it, it's a total different flavor profile. That acidity that comes out onto it, and then with the seasoning, it's like two different meals in one. You can get it with just the meat and get that flavor of the suckling pig. Then you have that seasoning, that Scotch bonnet pepper. Oh, there's even a seed on it. That is wicked. That's wickedness. That's wickedness to my soul. You can give me a suckling pig before I'm supposed to eat a steak.
It's an appetizer.
How is this an appetizer? When to stop and where to start? That's the question. But it's food, so it's a journey. And we will continue because I'm not stopping till that steak comes. No more.
In this house, it's an appetizer.
Over my shoulder lays the carcass of something that they'll start having in the winter. A spectacular cook of suckling pig with the crackling that is just simply amazing. That seasoning is something ridiculous and stupendous.
You're talking. I'm in the background.
Yeah, man.
Crazy.
It's crazy. It's
Let me just throw that. Crazy.
It's ridiculously spectacular. It's crazy. It is authentic. It is, and they have this pickled carrot and onion. It reminds me of pickles, but it's spicy and has that flavor which, as I said, brings acidity to it. You can do it as a taco. You can just have it by itself. You can have it with rice and peas. I would definitely 1000% recommend ordering this anytime you're here. Anytime I'm back, I'm definitely getting this. And the jerk steak, which is on it. What's in that salsa, chef?
Green pepper, red pepper, onion, tomato.
Okay, just
a
like
little
a
bit of
pico de
lime
gallo?
juice. Like a pico de gallo, basically.
Okay.
Put a little sugar to balance it out. A little cilantro in there also. I didn't put a lot of cilantro because I don't even know most Jamaicans don't like cilantro.
I love cilantro, but most of us do not like cilantro.
Yeah, so I tend to keep it light or not at all. And so this is what I'm heading out with. Should have just done a third one while we're here. Glass held up now.
The glass
steam.
is still holding up.
Yeah.
I guess because it's open and not steaming out as much. Still crystal.
Ooh, still quite warm.
Yeah, I just tried to go back in and I couldn't. It was hard.
And the head tilt.
Yeah, man. So there we are.
Yeah, man.
So I
Is
don't tend
that
to.
a little parm?
It's a little cojita, Mexican
Cojita.
cheese. I tend not to put it on this, but some people like it. It's mild.
I was wondering.
Yeah. It's a mild cheese.
Yeah.
I tend not to do it with the pork. I more do it with the ribeye steak, but I just did it for fun. Shits and gigs.
Shits and giggles. Beautiful.
All right.
Thank you. This steak is the entire plate, maybe 3/4 a plate in the size. Can I tell you, I've been looking forward to this. And looking forward is an understatement. That rice and peas, you can smell that coconut milk in it already. That salad looks amazing. The steak, look at that steak. The char marks, the grilled. Look at the size of it. After the pork. What? Oh, this is baptism by food.
We're talking Chef Nigel's signature jerk sauce, Scotch bonnet flavor, pimento flavor, and that signature island smoke. It's flame grilled to seal in those one-of-a-kind spices.
And then rest it to make sure it's tender and soft. You get the crust on the edges, that char, that flavor, and the middle is just juicy perfection. It has this green seasoning on top of it, like right there. Ooh. Wow, that is flavorful. Ooh. There's a little cilantro in there. Yo, shut the front door. They just flipped the whole steak. My mind is like blown. I don't think I've ever had a jerk steak, and I don't think I can look at a steak again like how I. What? This is like mind blowing. It's so tender. It's going to be hard to do this in Jamaica because we have the tough cow that love run up and down the road. I mean, we don't have beef like this. That is spectacular. Oh my God. This is some flavorful stuff. And when I put that on top of the steak, I can't get over how it just, I could probably use a spoon and cut it. But look at that. That jerk is there. It's extremely there. But having this green sauce, let's just say, this green additive on it, it just takes it to a different flavor profile. And then you have the rice and peas to go with it. You also have the fat cap. That fat cap is no cap. The fat cap just melts away in your mouth. Literally. You don't taste it. It just, you get that flavor and then it just dissipates. This jerk steak beat Bobby Flay. And in my opinion, it didn't just beat him. It whooped his ass.
It's Jamaica's Independence Day, but the food keeps coming, the drinks keep pouring. There's laughter, there's a live band, there is vibe. This is ripe. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Stay safe, one love, bless up. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe.